What's up YouTube, Heroic here, bringing you guys my Tellarknight deck profile for May 2016. Now, I like Tellarknights, they're extremely good, no one sides against them anymore, that I know of at my locals, so I might bring this to a tournament, just depending on how much longer the testing goes. But straight into the deck, I run the 3 Deneb. Search for the deck when summoned, add a Tellarknight monster from your deck to your hand. Except another Deneb, you can only use this effect of Deneb once per turn. So you can only use each effect of each Tellarknight per turn, so you can't summon a Deneb, then special an Altair, then get Altair, special Deneb, then Deneb searches again. Or that'd just be too broken. So each Deneb or each Tellarknight can be used once per turn, and each card per turn. So basically each type per turn. So Deneb searches out all your Tellarknight monsters you need for your plays. Then are on the 3 Altair specials from Grave and Defense. Monsters you control can attack for the rest of the turn except Tellarknights. You can only use this effect once per turn. So if you call Horned this guy, you're going to get his effect off since he's summoned. So it's just... Altair, in my opinion, is the best card. And then Deneb follows it, just because you want to get this card in your hand by Deneb. Then are on the 3 Unicalhi. This one sends the Tellarknight card from your deck to the grave, so each of these work together. Summon Unicalhi sends the Deneb. Next turn, summon Altair summons the Deneb searches probably another Unicalhi, then you overlay. So each Tellarknight works with each other, especially these 3. Unicalhi sends. It's got the highest attack of all the Tellarknight monsters, apart from the Xyz. I run the 2 Vega, specials from hand, when summoned, except you can't special another Vega, or else you can go Vega, Unicalhi, or Vega, Altair, Deneb, full field. So Vega is just awesome. Then for one-offs, I run 1 Cirrus to shuffle all my Tellarknights back in the deck, Prycon for draw power, and also to ditch Deneb if I've got an Altair in hand, and Capella to do some rank 5 plays, which I enjoy doing. I actually don't have some of the rank 5s in the deck at the moment, so you can actually take this out for another Prycon, or a Rigel, or an Alsahim. But I will be doing an update either next month or the month after, depending on when I get the cards. But at the moment, 1 Capella, just because it's got a high defense stat of 2000, so for a while you can just sit on it, and then when you need to, you can just overlay. Also, then rounding up monsters, I run 2 Honest because it's honest. Also, if it's in your graveyard, you can call Horned it back and then return it back to hand. So that's the thing with honest. That's it for monsters. I believe it's about 16 monsters. Now for spells, I meant to run 2 of these, but I've only got the 1. Then I run the 3 MST. I would take out an MST for a second Skybridge. I think that 2 clogs a little bit on testing on DevPro. Then 1 Rotor and 1 Soul Charge, because you can get all your Tellarknight monsters in grave, and if you don't have a Cirrus, you can Soul Charge them all back, get their effects off, blah 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 blah. So it is only 6 spells, which brings up to 22, meaning there's about 28 traps. Excuse me. For traps, I run 3 Alpha. It negates almost every card your opponent activates, and also gives you more draw power. I run 2 Wave. In my opinion, Wave's probably 2nd best trap card, maybe 3rd. But what you can do with this is, I'll just go through combos at the end, sorry. But Wave, it's just excellent in the deck, in my opinion. I mean, just being able to special during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase and get effects off is just amazing. Then I run 3 Call Horned. That's the other version. Like, I run Call Horned, the Tellar Wave for all the special summons, as well as 2 Oasis, just because you can just continuously special summon. 3 Call, 2 Oasis. I find you need all the graveyard help you can get. Now for the stall part of the deck, I run the 2 Fiendish Chain, 2 Mirror Force. You can run 2 Storming Mirror Force, 2 Grand Horn of Heaven, stops pendulum summons, 1 Vanities, stops pendulum summons, Time Space, stops special summons from hand as well as from X deck. So that's it for the deck. Now for extra deck, I run the 3 Trivier. When summoned, returns all cards on the field back to the hand. If it's so if you exile C summon this card, you cannot special summon other monsters except Tellarknight for that turn. If this card is exceed summoned, return all other cards on the field to hand except for this card, and detach, send a random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. And if this card's sent to the graveyard with an XZ material, special summon 1 Tellarknight monster from your graveyard. So it's probably just one of the best Tellarknight monsters in the deck. Aside from 2 Tellarknight, Stellar Knight Deltaros. While it has an XZ material, your opponent can activate cards or effects when you normal special summon a monster. So they can't bottomless, they can't time space, they can't do anything. Once per turn, detach and target 1 card on the field and destroy it. That includes your own monsters. So if you got a Deltaros and a Trivier, you can detach, pop Trivier, special, and special. So he helps with all some of your plays. And if this card's sent from the field to the graveyard, special summon Tellarknight monster from your hand or graveyard. So it doesn't have to have an XZ material to activate its effect. Excuse me again. I just got this brutal cough. Then 2 Diamond. You can special these on top of Trivier and Deltaros. Perfect card against BA. So while this card has an XZ material, neither player can send cards from deck to grave. Any card that returns from graveyard to the hand is banished. During another player's turn, when your opponent activates a dark monster, when your opponent's dark monster activates its effect, detach and negate that activation and destroy it. So basically, this card just stops BA. A friend of mine has Ghost Tricks, and it stops that. So it stops them from sending. Well, that doesn't stop, but all their other Ghost Tricks add cards from graveyard to hand, so they'll get banished instead. They're all dark, so you can negate the dark monster's effects. So it's just that Constellar Diamond is probably one of the best cards, in my opinion, for the extra deck, apart from Trivier and Deltaros. Then for other XZs are on Tsukuyomi for draw power, Cowboy for burn damage, Rongomanaya just to stall out your opponent and game them, 101 because there's an extra card that you need 101 for, Ragnar Zero, and Black Shepherd Corn. It should be back here. I'm like ordering my extra deck. But what else? So that's an extra deck of 3. That's an extra deck of 12 cards. So no, 13. So the other card I put in is a C101. So with C101, you can't rank it up, regular 101 into C101. That's why I run the Capella. When summoned, if you use 3 or more Tellarknight monsters to overlay, you can go for C101. Also, it's a 101. You don't have to detach to activate its effect. And if you have the regular 101 in your graveyard and your C101 gets destroyed, special summon it back and gets effect off during other player's turn. So now on for the combos. So if you've got Wave activated, and on your field you've got a Capella in defense, or actually we'll just say Capella's in hand. So hand, graveyard. So these 3 cards in your hand, you've got Wave activated, and you've got Deneb and Grave. You can activate Wave effect, special Vega effect, special Altair effect, special Deneb effect. Let's just search out another. We'll search out Cirrus. Then Wave effect. Oh well, since you haven't summoned yet, summon Capella effect. Overlay, considering that you want to use Vega again, or put Deneb and Grave, you want to overlay these 3 into your C101. Don't have one at the moment. And then, yeah, just go off from there. What I have done before is on DevPro, I've used them, and I've done I ran Al-Sahim and Rigel. So Al-Sahim and Rigel are probably cards you can put in when you can cut stall cards like your Grand Horns and your Phoenix Chains. to put in the 2 Rigel and 2 Elves to him, but I wouldn't, considering how good they are. But that's it for my deck profile, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, like and subscribe. Heroic Master signing out.